you very much, Professor Chao. チャオ先生に、ご講演いただきましてありがとうございました。それではご質問を受けたいと思います。Is there any question or comment from the floor?
Yes, sir.
Casey, as you know, for the last year...
Microphone, please.
Microphone. For the last year, you and I have been talking about these things constantly. And as you know, I was one of the people that was evaluating and designing and helping Besno with the bunker system.
Oh,
Yeah, PLG.
yeah, right.
Since the accident at Fukushima, I have felt particularly personally responsible. And I'm not the only one. There's many people here in this room who feel the way I do. As soon as the accident happened, we knew what we should have considered and didn't. I don't want to put a blame on everyone, but it is our responsibility. The people here in this room, your students, we have to do something. We have to understand how to communicate the risk in a real way. We have to understand that risk perception is a feeling that people have. So what can we do about it? I don't know. Whose responsibility is it? It is ours.
Right. And what I'm saying is that we should do something specific with direct benefit. The Bensnau power plant and other Switzerland power plant has been doing this for the last 15 years. The reason I found out is because I was there myself. And I saw it. I was amazed. And because of this, their NRC, their regulatory body, approved the 20-year extension right away because they make the power plant, I would say, inherently safe. They did it for earthquake, but I think this solution will be a good solution for all of us. The reason I brought about $500 million to upgrade it, to make it real safe, I was delighted that the Japanese government announcing they're willing to spend $250 million on average every nuclear reactor to do something similar. And that's where PRA can do something wonderful by prioritizing some of the equipment upgrade for power plant to increase the nuclear power plant safety. Not by the factor 30 right away, but even by 10, 20, that will help too. So that was good news.
Jason, one thing, HSK, the Swiss regulator, did not ask Besno to do it. Besno did it by themselves.
Correct.
That's a very important.
Correct. That's correct. But now I think we should go ahead and do it. Have something specific solution. See, without this, I just came from Taiwan last night. The government said we should have no nuclear power plant. No nuke country. I don't blame them. Why? If you go to their nuclear engineers, say, well, Mr. Nuclear Engineer, I do whatever you tell me. Is nuclear power safe? I don't know. What we should do to nuclear power safe? I don't know. Okay. Do you like nuclear power? I don't dare to say I like it anymore. Okay? This is where we are. The point I'm trying to make today is that we should find out the real cause for our problem and correct it and move ahead. That's the point message I'm delivering.
Okay, is there any question for them? Yes, please.
ありがとうございます。I'm hesitating to say, as you say, real safe. But anyway, you mentioned about the station blackout. But station blackout is a point of concern if we select it as a design basis or not. But our other concern, another concern is the external event. External event.
External event.
Yes. Yeah. An external event, it's not a problem if we select it or do not select. and what the magnitude of it.
Because that's a good point.
And you didn't mention about the magnitude of such external event. And I'd like to ask you a point.
Okay, I'm glad you
may
okay.
make the reactor safe.
Thank you very much for pointing that out. I think the point he's making, and it's a good one, we're talking about external events. There are too many of them, too expensive. We cannot cover them all, right? Therefore, another point is that if we into station blackout, just to make a plant itself, okay, waterproof, fireproof, or earthquake-proof, enhance the safety improvement in that regard, then from PRA perspective, the power plant will be safer. And therefore, when we don't have to worry about the tsunami, we don't have just tsunami, because if one power plant says, okay, you Fukushima had a tsunami, but my power plant is inland, we will never have a tsunami, so I'm safer. No, you may have a fire, you may have a flood. It's equally dangerous. That's the point. Even Fukushima said, okay, I made my water wall 15 meters tall, so I never worry about the problem. No, the next year we don't have a tsunami problem. We may have a fire problem, but it's the same common problem. That's the point I'm trying to make.
他にご質問とかありますでしょうか。よければご質問まだ終わりかと思いますけど。